People, I don't think would have been segregating themselves. The government mandated Jim Crow laws. That's the government is the problem. And what party initiated that? Democrats. Who still, and black people, 90-some% still vote for these same people that put in these racist laws in Jim Crow South. So, go ahead. I use your question because I could talk for 3 hours. Go ahead.
Just a quick thing regarding the whole like Democrat thing. I understand that, like in the past, Democrats were, linked to the KKK. But really think about it now. Who's wearing these hoods now? People on the far right.
No. What do Democrats do for black people today?
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back here on a new video. Today, we're going to be checking out Officer Tansom dismantles systemic racism claims. Heated debate on HBCU funding and reparation. Okay, this is going to be amazing to watch. I love checking out Officer Tansom whenever he's having such debates in college. Let's check it out together, guys.
Go ahead.
What I want to say first is that I understand what you're trying to say, and I would like it if more Republicans were like you. However, some of the issues and some of your talking points, I feel like you're removing some context. Like even with the whole thing, you talked about Rosa Parks, how, her husband owned a car and all that. That's not the point. They were doing that to protest. Even if you do have a car, there are probably plenty of black people that did.
Did you hear the part that I said that we had our own bus line?
I know, but we shouldn't have that. Because you were talking about how everyone should be together, we should all unify. But if we stay separate, if we keep having black water fountains and white water fountains, white schools and black schools, we'll never have that unity. And even with these people out here, there are gay, trans people all over the place. And then you have like your little people in the background. Oh, only two genders. Like, you're not going to make unity.
We're provoking a conversation so people can come to the mic and have a conversation. Sure. That's what it is. If we don't have some issues out here for people to know where we stand or to provoke conversation, nobody's going to come and talk. So some of those things is to provoke a conversation. Let me talk about Rosa Parks. There's a difference between natural immigration or migration between the races and forced desegregation. When you force it, you cause animosity and chaos. When you let it be a natural thing, it happens a lot more smoother. In the South, even in places where there was discrimination on the law book, not everybody discriminated against each other. There was black and white people getting together all the time. It was certain places where they held true to those structural things that were Democrats put into place to cause division. I don't think that she should have forced that. I think that black people should have had their own bus line and became competitive, and then therefore they merged. Because that's the problem with our society is we gave up a lot of our own generational wealth trying to get in the bed with a group of people that didn't really want us at the time. We had resources that we forfeited. We had education systems that we could teach our own history if we wanted to, but we forfeited that to stage this issue that wasn't as prevalent as Martin Luther King and the others made it. It wasn't as prevalent. People weren't just killing each other in the Deep South. It was only isolated situations. That's why they traveled to Birmingham. That's why they traveled to hot spots to create chaos, to get us to where? Where did that get black Americans today? Are we more generationally wealthy than we were then? Is racism stopped? Is discrimination stopped? That stuff didn't do nothing. They tried to push a political agenda to benefit themselves and not really benefit black people.
True.
Okay, so I guess like to talk about that. It's like even with like what you're saying right now.
Can you move a little closer to the mic so you can have
your even though like what you're saying right now today, we have all races of people at the same bus. And I understand like it should have been more peaceful, but sometimes you need to put force to get what we need.
I don't disagree with you. I disagree with how it happened, but I don't disagree with you
but
that
it needed to happen. Even if you disagree with me, it needed to happen. Because
even
though MLK was peaceful, what happened to him?
No, I think
MLK wasn't as peaceful.
No, I think that we're on the same page. MLK was not violent like we saw in 2020 with people burning down places. That he was not violent. So MLK's approach was way different, which I respect his approach. I think that we should have desegregated. I just think that it should have been a more of a setup where black people were financially stable before we jumped over into these other people's stuff. That's the only thing. Me and you agree that we should desegregate. Me and you agree that it's great that we can all be on the campus together. We agree on that. I just think we should have let it naturally happen and get the government out of the way than for us to try to force the government to put their hand in it. People, I don't think would have been segregating themselves. The government mandated Jim Crow laws. That's the government is the problem. And what party initiated that? Democrats. Dude, who still, and black people, 90-some% still vote for these same people that put in these racist laws in Jim Crow South. So, you know, go ahead. I use your question because I could talk for 3 hours. Go ahead.
Just a quick thing regarding the whole like Democrat thing. I understand that, like in the past, Democrats were, you know, linked to the KKK, but really think about it now. Who's wearing these hoods now? People on the far right.
No. What do Democrats do for black people today?
Nothing.
What does anybody do for black people?
No. You get it, Matt. You just ask the question on mic so we can have it on there.
What does anybody do for black people today?
That's a good question. That's what black people should be looking into, right? Democrats definitely not doing enough for black people. You can't name a policy. I'll put money on it today, right now. You can't name a policy that Democrats have done to benefit black people right now. I could tell you some that they benefit illegals.
But policies are
LGBTQ, I could go down the list.
Policies is nothing but energy, and if we know about basic physics, energy is just a force, but forces have to be acted upon for them to move.
So let's go with the Republican Party. What did Donald Trump do when he was in office? He secured funding for HBCUs, which I think was a positive.
Yeah.
He had these zones. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's skipping my mind. Opportunity zones that he initiated. The First Step Act, which I was a part, me and Candace Owens and others were lobbying Congress, even lobbying against Republicans to get this passed. My uncle got out of prison. He got 40 years fed time for selling dope, and he got out early because of the First Step Act. So these are things that affect the black community, and economic success as a country helps everybody.
But at what cost of other countries, though? You got to think about we stealing.
No,
but we stealing though. We got to think about that, and then we stealing from our own ancestors and our own countries.
Well, we have a whole argument about the ancestor thing because I think that black people should be more upset with Africans than they should be white people.
True.
Because how did we get here?
Well, I'm not African.
No, I'm not saying you.
I'm Caribbean. You see my flag.
Well, they should be mad.
I'm Trinidadian.
You should be mad at the Africans.
I ain't mad at nobody.
Well, okay.
I don't hold grudges. That's the problem that we got, because we got narratives that are being pushed for us to be mad, and then we don't know where to take our anger out because first of all, we have emotional intelligence. We're not emotionally intelligent. Yeah. So there's nowhere for us to go for us to even be able to express ourselves or to even know how to express ourselves. So we take it out on each other, and that's the problem. That's where we at right now.
But see, you have the problem, and you also have the solution. It's to reverse the things that you're saying. So how about when you're on campus, how do you treat your brothers and sisters? How do you treat white people? That's going to be what
folks
makes
know
it different.
I'm a beacon of light, and I stand with God, one
Perfect.
and only.
Then
everybody know that.
Then you continue to do that, and you'll be a light to other people. Everybody here on campus, the way that you make a change is you being to change yourself. The way that it's the same thing with God. I won't come here with a Bible in my hand and hit y'all over the head with it. You got to live a lifestyle. When you live a lifestyle that people believe is good and moral, people begin to wonder, what are you doing? What are you a part of? And the same thing happens in anything else in your life. The faith, oh, she's still back. I thought I prayed her away. You still, as individuals, should look in the mirror and say, I am an individual living in America. I have all the rights that everybody else has. What am I going to do with it? And when adversity hit, how do you respond? If a white man came to me and called me the N-word right now on this campus, what does that affect my bank account? None. How does that affect me being a father of my children? Nothing.
None.
He an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like a brother come to me and call me
the test of a man.
Well, that's how we should be preaching to our young men.
The testament.
Ain't nobody should be able to make you upset by saying an N-word to you. It's a word. Nobody can stop you from accomplishing your dreams and aspirations because you live in America. Do you believe that?
True.
Yeah, but at the same.
Do you believe that?
But at the same time, though.
Do you believe that?
If I'm moving with light.
She ain't listening to nothing I said.
If I'm moving with light, and then one person wants to have hatred, there's no you can't. You can't. I mean, if you even look at basic math, a negative and a positive equals a negative. How does that even work out?
You know how that work out is that you don't fool with negative people. You don't fool with people that are in darkness. You don't fool with them, no matter what color they are. Sometimes we fooling with people because they are same color and they come from the same hood, and we shouldn't be fooling with them.
But when you have
they're not going where we're going.
But when you have a seed that's planted on this earth, that seed does not leave unless you kill that seed. You see what I'm saying?
You're getting too deep right now, man. We gotta.
We talking deep.
I know, but this is a longer conversation. You talking about energy. You talking about spirits.
That's what I'm on.
I know, but I wish you'd have came earlier so we can have a conversation.
I had class.
And how much time we got? 2 minutes. So does somebody have another specific question?
It's cool. Join me on your podcast.
Okay, for sure. Appreciate you, brother.
My name is Ryan Gore.
Ryan what?
Gore.
Do you have a social media?
No, I don't do social media. It's a distraction.
You should. Well, I would just post on social media. I wouldn't look at it. Then your word can get out there and you don't have to be distracted.
So you see this guy right here, the first guy who came who was wearing white and it's a Spider-Man necklace. I think he's a Democrat and he supports Democrats. But the funny thing is that there is nothing that the Democrats have done for the betterment and growth of black people in America. You can make research, you can ask Google. Like there's nothing. And I don't know why black people keep on supporting Democrats a lot. It's not like they should support one party. They should support the party who has best interest for America, not just black people in general. You understand? Bro, if you see right here, this first guy who came here to talk, he was like, this Officer Tantom is taking things out of context. He's not taking anything out of context. He's saying the truth, and it's obvious, even if it's not exactly what you want to hear. It's the truth. The second guy who was speaking about light and their ancestors and about maths, like he was just going bizarre. He was saying a lot of things. You see, the thing about we Africa, let me say, black people in general, is that we had wealth, but it looks like in a way that we gave it out because we're trying to like cling and be among people who don't need us like that. If you see a black man like this in the black community, once it's that, he will be the one discriminating. Racism is this, racism that. Once he has funds, money, he will leave his black community and go stay with the whites. Because a lot of them is feeling that inferiority complex every single time. He will live there, go stay with the whites. He wants to invest in black business, he will go invest in white business. The Caribbean guy with the backpack, I think so, when he was speaking, Tantom was telling that everyone own up to yourself. Like, you are not less than a white person. You are more. And everyone has choices. And you should not be affected by people's words. People calling you the N-word. People tend to provoke. Annoying. They tend to say something. Why in the world we say the N-word? It's just a word. Do you understand? There's no way that word is affecting your family. Neither is the word affecting your bank account. Neither the word that the person said affects anything that has to do with you. I love the entire video. I love how Officer Tantom handled the two black guys in a very respectful manner. Everything determines on how you start. Like, change starts from you. If you want to experience change, you have to be change yourself. How you treat your fellow people, how you treat your fellow black, how you treat fellow white people. Keep that victim mentality aside and focus on reality. Don't feel like they have actually taken years away from you. Focus on the future, not looking back at the past. Because the future has greater potential for you than the past. You can't change the past, but you can make something meaningful in the future. You understand? That's exactly what Officer Tantom was trying to say. And it really makes a lot of sense. But that's if the students actually listen. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.